Let's jump right in. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're going to take a brutally honest, purely data-driven look at Gainesville coins. If you're actively moving wealth into physical assets, you absolutely need to know who's on the other end of that wire transfer before you send a dime. And real quick, if you're looking to protect your retirement and navigate the precious metals space safely, make sure to check the description down below. I've got a completely free gold IRA guide waiting for you there to help you get started. Right off the bat, there's a huge tension we need to address. It's the classic dilemma in the precious metals market, balancing incredibly competitive premiums against the harsh reality of massive fulfillment delays. That is the exact story with Gainesville coins. So, is saving a few bucks an ounce really worth waiting months for your assets to actually arrive? Let's find out.
Here is the roadmap for today. 1. Who are Gainesville coins? 2. Products, pricing, and IRAs. 3. The shipping delay issue. 4. What are customers actually saying? And 5. Weighing the pros and cons.
Section 1. Who are Gainesville coins? A look at the company's roots. Based on the Rare Metal blog review, we know these guys aren't some fly-by-night operation. They've been around since 2000, operating as a family-owned LLC out of Lutz, Florida. They've got deep roots in both the local and global collector communities. Actually, one of the owners, Anne, is highly regarded for her professional coin and jewelry appraisals. So, foundationally speaking, 2 decades in the business gives them a serious layer of baseline credibility. Section 2. Products, pricing, and IRAs. What they offer on paper. They've got a really solid lineup of the big 4 precious metals: gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Whether you're stacking standard bullion bars or hunting for collectibles like American Eagles and Canadian junk silver, they've got the inventory options to help you diversify. And for those of you eyeing tax-advantaged strategies, they do facilitate gold IRAs. The process is a standard 3 steps: application, account funding, and purchasing the metals. You can fund this via direct transfer, a rollover from an existing IRA, or a brand new contribution. But, and this is a big but, the Rare Metal blog points out that this whole setup usually takes about 8 weeks to complete from your application to that very first purchase. Now, pay close attention to how you can actually buy from them, because the rules are very specific. They take cash in their showroom, major credit cards, checks, and bank wires. Notice what's missing. 0 ACH transfers accepted. None. And if you go with a bank wire, they require a credit card up front to slap a 5% authorization hold on it just to lock in your price. If you don't wire the full amount within 1 business day, they are keeping that 5% as a cancellation fee. Brutal for sure, but that's their policy. Section 3. The shipping delay issue. The fine print revealed. 10 weeks. If you never one single number from this explainer, make it 10. Right there in their own terms and conditions, Gainesville Coin states you have to allow approximately 10 weeks for items to ship. Oh, and if you pay by check, that 10-week timer doesn't even start ticking until after your check has fully cleared the bank. So, what's the deal? Why the massive wait? Well, they actually spell it out for us in the fine print. To keep their pricing so low, they explicitly disclose that they do not maintain in-house inventory. When you hit the buy button, they take your money and then go source the commodities from their suppliers. You're locking in the spot price today, but the metals aren't sitting in a vault waiting to be boxed up. You are the one taking on all the friction and delays of their supply chain. Section 4. What are customers saying? The expectation versus reality. Let's check out Trustpilot. Right now, Gainesville Coins is sitting at a pretty rough 1.5 out of 5 stars across 42 reviews. And honestly, the breakdown is harsh. 86% of those are 1-star reviews. So while places like Rare Metal blog praise their pricing structure, the actual boots-on-the-ground reality of getting the metals is leaving a lot of investors incredibly frustrated. Let's look at a verified purchase from Joshua Gabai. He ordered PAMP gold bars and waited nearly 15 weeks for them to ship. And the kicker? Instead of finally fulfilling it, they just flat out canceled his order and issued a refund, leaning on a clause that lets them cancel at any time. Think about that. His capital was completely locked up for almost 4 months, with absolutely zero return. Then we have reviewer L.A. Elbrecht, who hit the nail on the head regarding payments. If you use a credit card, Gainesville Coins takes your money instantly, but fulfillment still drags on for months. As they pointed out, if you go with competitors like Apex or Kitco, who actually hold their own inventory, your purchase ships basically the second they get paid. It really puts the true opportunity cost of chasing lower premiums into perspective. Here's the craziest part. This delay doesn't just affect buyers. Reviewer Caden Brown reported that sellers are dealing with the exact same 8 to 10-week waiting periods just to get their payout checks. That is after the metals arrive at Gainesville's facility and the price is locked in. So whether you're sending money in or trying to pull money out, extreme wait times are completely baked into the experience. Section 5. Weighing the pros and cons. The final verdict. It all comes down to a very distinct trade-off. In the pros column, you're getting competitive, lower pricing, a massive inventory selection, and a totally transparent pricing structure. But over in the cons column, you're taking on that 1.5-star Trustpilot reality, practically guaranteed 10 to 15-week shipping delays, and what seems to be some pretty poor customer communication along the way. So I'll leave you with this question to ponder. Does saving a minor amount on upfront premiums justify the risk, the frustration, and the months of waiting to physically hold your assets? When the markets are this volatile, 10 weeks is an eternity to have your cash in limbo. You've got to take a hard look at your own risk tolerance here. And hey, if you want a deeper dive into securing your financial future the right way, don't forget to grab that free gold IRA guide linked in the description below. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.